fair and peaceful election. In the past, election officials in Nigeria have been accused of not being prepared and have been blamed for a host of problems. A correspondent in Abuja, Phil Ihaza, tells us why officials are so much more confident heading into this election.
Election officials helping eligible voters. They're resolving last-minute issues ahead of elections set for next Saturday. According to the electoral body INEC, more than 2 million voters didn't cast a ballot during the last election in 2015 because of errors it made. Errors like not getting voting materials to polling stations on time. But the Commission says this election is more organized.
In 2015 by now, you may be talking about one or two things that are not on ground. In 2019, the intention of the Commission is to add more value ahead of what we have achieved in 2015, is to extend the milestone.
The election is expected to be fiercely contested between the two main political parties in Nigeria. Its incumbent President Muhammadu Buhari of the ruling All Progressives Congress versus former Vice President Atiku Abubakar of the People's Democratic Party. Nigeria has a history of election violence. In 2011, 4,000 people were displaced and several homes destroyed from attacks by political thugs. As a result, in the next election in 2015, just half of registered voters casted a ballot. But on top of being better prepared, INEC says it also wants to help ensure this year voting doesn't turn violent.
The Commission is committed to ensuring a free, fair, transparent, and above all, peaceful elections. And from the commitment of the security agencies, because that is their own portion anyway, to provide security during elections. All of them, each time they come to a meeting, they give the assurance that they have put in place greater strategies to provide a peaceful poll.
And all of the early work from INEC may be paying off. Many voters think this year's election will be smoother and safer.
From what I see so far, I believe personally that the election will be peaceful. So I'm going to come out and cast my vote.
INEC have done their due process. They've carried on everything they need to do in preparation for the election. I'm optimistic that the best candidate is going to emerge from the election.
In 2015, there was a lot of tension here and there, you understand, and there are even predictions from international communities, but at the end of it, we come out from it and it was successful. And I believe this will not be different.
And with high hopes, high turnout is now expected. Here in Nigeria, many want to vote to send a message that they want the winner to tackle the problems of high unemployment, high insecurity and high levels of corruption. About 15 million more people are expected to participate in this year's election than in 2015 to decide the country's leader for the next 4 years. The hope is that the choices at the poll on Saturday, February 16th, will usher in an administration that will help tackle the numerous challenges facing the country. Phil Ihaza, SABC News, Abuja, Nigeria.
Zambia's opposition is accusing police of